do a proper full coverage makeup video, like where I use foundation, concealer, all of that, and give you guys a more detailed video on that. But today is gonna be like a more like super quick makeup look. It won't be quick obviously while I'm talking to you guys on camera. This is the makeup I do on days when I'm in a bit of a hurry, which is most days, given that I'm always running late. But this is for days when I am in a bit of a hurry, but I also need to look like I've put in effort into my makeup. So I do have the wing liner, which is a skippable option. I have contoured my nose, but there are also things that I haven't done, like I don't use concealer, I don't use highlighter, I don't do too much around my eyes. It's very quick, so it's like your full face of makeup but quick, if you know what I mean. I mean, if I had to do like a quick 2-minute thing, that would be completely different. That would just probably not even involve powder and contour and eyeliner and all of that. I feel like I need to explain this a little because it can get a little bit misunderstood. So this is a full face of makeup, but on days when I don't have too much time. And yeah, let's get on with it. Just getting you guys in a little bit closer. I have moved my hair away. Now on days when I'm in a hurry, I obviously don't have time or patience to use like a foundation and a concealer and all of that. So I just opt for like a really good full coverage foundation, and this one is probably one of the best full coverage foundations I've ever used. It's from Smashbox. It's a more recent launch in India, but it launched a couple of months ago internationally, and I watched Tati's review of it, and I remember that she has never raved about a foundation as much as she spoke about this. So I really thought I had to get it, and it is totally worth the money, the hype, everything. It is insane. It's their new Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-hour foundation. I'm in the shade 2.16, which is a light skin tone and a warm golden undertone. And I start with a little and then I build up based on how much coverage I need in certain areas. So I just take a little bit on my hand. I have this little handy mirror with me, and I just dot it all over my face. I always put the least amount of foundation on my forehead and my nose. For some reason my nose just doesn't hold foundation at all, like it just doesn't stay, and my forehead tends to crease quite a bit, so I use very little product there. Can you see how insane this foundation is? It might look a little lighter on me right now, but it does oxidize, so it sets in quite well. I also take a little bit on my eyelids because obviously when you're in a hurry you don't have time for like an eyeshadow primer. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten my neck. I will drag a little bit of the product down. I'm also wearing the Vaseline lip balm. It's what I wear like every day, the strawberry flavor. And I've taken a little bit of the foundation here, and I'm gonna quickly take it under my eyes just to brighten up that area a little bit. Okay, now that my base is kind of done, it's time to set it, and I'm going in with this loose powder from Huda Beauty. It's their Easy Bake powder, Easy Bake loose baking and setting powder in banana bread. I'm not a big fan of baking. I feel like it doesn't really work for me, so I just take a little bit on my damp sponge, and I only use the powder like under my eyes, a little bit on my forehead, and just specifically areas that do tend to crease. I don't like using powder on my entire face anymore. I also find that using a loose powder with a damp sponge works so much better for me. It's something I've done for years now, and I feel like that just lasts so much better. I use a little bit on my forehead because I'm prone to a little creasing over there. Now to my brows. If you guys have been watching my makeup videos for a while, you would know that I don't do my brows in general, okay? The last time I tried to get my brows threaded was easily like probably 4 years ago, and I've just never been confident about doing my brows on camera or just otherwise, so I used to just let them be. I would just fill in like this little gap I had and just keep my natural shape. I wouldn't thread them, wouldn't tweeze them, all of that. But I really felt like it was necessary after all these years, and it's only been like 3 or 4 days since I've been trying to do my brows, so I'm gonna not do them on camera because I feel like I'm not ready for that yet. I need to brush up my skills and get a little better, and then maybe I'll film it in one of my videos. So I'll be back after my brows are done. Okay, so these are like way too bold for me personally, and I have actually not done much, stuck to my original brow shape, but just tried to clean them up a little, and I am honestly not sure about how I feel. Please bear with my terrible brow skills for a while. I'm learning. I'm trying to get better at them every day. Now usually I go with this Dior palette every single day, especially this color right here. I just add it all over my eyelid, put mascara, and I leave, because I just feel like that is all I need, like just a little bit of warmth on my lids, and that's all I do. But instead of that, today I wanted to try this, which is from Huda Beauty, and it's the Matte and Metal Melted Shadows. I love the Matte and Metal shadow formula. I really like the shades that they have, and they've just added 5 new shades that they recently sent to me in PR, and I really wanted to try this because the matte side, which is the shade Cinnamon Toast, in this new one, the brown looks stunning. It's like the perfect brown color, and I really want to try it on my eyelids. So I thought maybe instead of the palette I would go with this today. So just taking a very small amount on each lid, like super little, because I don't want this to be very overpowering. Wow, you guys, how pretty is this? I'm also taking a little bit of it under my eyes. On some days when I don't have eyeshadow and I still want like that little bit of warmth, if I'm traveling and I don't want to carry a palette, I just use my bronzer or my blush instead of my eyeshadow, and it gives me a very similar kind of warmth that I would need. Now this is a little bit of an optional step for me. It depends on how late I'm getting. There was a time when I couldn't step out of the house without my winged eyeliner, and today I do just do like eyeshadow and mascara and I leave. But on days when I do want that little bit extra on my eyes and I have like 2 or 3 minutes to spare, sometimes even lesser, I do go with a little tiny wing. So I thought I will quickly show you how I do it. This is the L'Oreal Super Liner Superstar Duo Designer. It's a double-ended liner. One end is like a black felt tip for your winged eyeliner, and the other end is a pencil. This side I have a silver one. They also have a black option that you can go for. So I just take a very tiny wing that actually became a little longer than I would have expected, and I join it to my upper lash line, but I don't take it all the way over my entire, I don't take it all the way towards the inner corner. So this is my tiny wing. I sometimes even go with a tinier wing depending on my mood that day. I'm just gonna do it on the other side now. I did end up extending this one a little closer to the inner corner because I kind of messed up, so I had to match this side as well. And I'm using this one again from L'Oreal. It's their Voluminous Lash Paradise. Done with the mascara. Do you see what a difference it makes? I did mess it up a little bit here, but I will fix that with a Q-tip once I'm done filming. Now coming to some contour and adding a little bit of warmth to my face, I'm using this bronzer from Bobbi Brown. It's their bronzing powder in Golden Light. I've spoken about it a million times on my channel and my social media and stuff. So all I'm doing is taking a little bit of the bronzer for a subtle contour under my cheekbones, and then dragging it a little upwards and onto my jawline as well. And then we're adding a little bit on the forehead as well to just warm up the entire face. Now coming to my favorite step of my makeup, which is blush. This is my favorite blush. If you haven't heard me talk about it enough already, it's from MAC. It's in the shade Gingerly, and I absolutely love it. Blush is done, bronzer is done. I don't do highlight on days when I'm in a rush because I don't know, it's just never occurred to me. On days when I'm in a hurry, I just do like a little bit of blush, bronzer and lipstick, and I'm done. Talking about lipstick, it's time for the lips. I have been obsessed with these two recently. This one's from K Beauty and it's in the shade Gossip, and it's a beautiful like warm nudie color. And this one is my absolute favorite. It's from Ofra Cosmetics and it's in the shade Manila. It's a long-lasting liquid lipstick. These both last really long, and today I'm gonna mix the two of them. Now what I do sometimes is I either just step out like this or I go in with this one. So this is the entire final look. I usually mix the two lipsticks, but some days I just go with the Ofra one depending on my mood. The only thing different from my usual everyday makeup would probably be either the lenses, depending on what I have to do, but I'm wearing them because I have to shoot today. So I didn't want to wear my other regular lenses and then switch to these. And I would also usually either wear just the Dior eyeshadow or like a bronzer or blush on my eyes, because that's what I quickly do in a hurry. Today I tried a new eyeshadow, but that's the only thing that would be different. And this is the final look. As always, the products with the shades, the price and everything will be linked in the info box. Tap the title of the IGTV video while you're watching it on IGTV and it'll drop down to clickable links so you can go directly and buy the products if you like. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next IGTV, which is actually going to be very soon. So stay tuned. Bye!